Made fresh from your desk. Cook it, strain it, mix it, love it. New Healthy Choice Fresh Mixers.
I have written a poem, or a poem, as my Nana would call it, sharing feelings with new friends, making rainbows from things rainy. I'm through the storm with Delaney.
That really was a lot of effective rhyming.
Feet come and go. They walk. They stride. We need them. They need to be protected from the evils of society. They need to be sheltered like small children.
I'm with you.
Two small twin children.
I want a clove cigarette.
You know how sometimes in nature, the more powerful absorb the less powerful?
Yes.
Well, I absorbed poor little Duke. I mean, he didn't know what was happening, and I was just a little baby. And I absolved him into my bloodstream, and that's why I have a bone spur on my hip and have to wear big jackets.
Do you know that you said you absolved him, which means you forgave him, and maybe you need to forgive yourself? We're the top of the food chain, and you were the top of the baby chain.
I was just a little baby. I didn't know what he was.
You're still a little baby. You don't have to know. I would be quite glad to arrive at the office if Luke was pulling my rickshaw.
I'd like to see you pulling my rickshaw.
I bet you would.
Is that a euphemism?
So we got to figure out a way to fix it. And I don't really want to call maintenance because I'm still sort of fighting with them over the whole copier thing and what they did there.
Well, didn't you break the copier because you poured a liquid into it?
Well, yeah, but that wasn't on purpose, and they made it worse.
And by the way, you can't print things with ketchup. It's not an ink.
Right, exactly. I mean, I looked in there, I went to change the ink cartridge, and there was ketchup in one, mustard in the other, and a raspberry sauce in the third one, which just wasn't mixing well.
I'm with you.
We need
What we need.
resistance.
Resistance.
The man.
The man has fought our feet for too long. I don't believe in Santa Claus. I think he's made up. I think he's fake.
You take that back.
No, I mean, I've some circumstantial evidence.
The real Santa Claus sneaks in and he only lets a couple of really good boys and girls know where he's gonna be. And my Nana knows because she has his phone number, but she won't give it to me because she has to make sure it stays secret.
Have you ever noticed how the real Santa smells a little like bourbon and dryer sheets?
That's because he needs to keep warm on that sled in a blanket made of wishes and dreams.
You're looking at me. Look on the road. I said be still in the back seat.
God.
Look at me. Every night when I go home and I write 3 things I want to be more like, you are always 1, 2, and 3 on my list, dude. I love you.
Listen.
You hear me? I love you.
Oh.
Oh, that's tight.
Squeeze out the bad, push in the good. Squeeze out
Okay,
the bad.
put your hands up a little because
Push
you're
in the
touching
good.
me.
Let me out! You locked the doors!
We're going 70 miles per hour down the highway. You'll die.
You'll snap your neck!
We have crashed 20 times.
I like to decorate my computer too, and I don't see what's the big deal with having, an engraved laptop that says embezzling's cool.
Because embezzling's not cool.
And you've never even left the country.
But when I do go to the Cayman Islands, I'm gonna have over $1,300 waiting for me.